So last night, I went over inside the family room to let my dog in from outside, and I found something black on the hardwood floor, which is like light brown. So I was just like, "Ooh, I wonder if that's a dead bug." So I used my dog's paw to touch it, and it started moving around, and it had legs. So I was just like, "Holy crap, it's a spider!" It was like a giant spider. So, being dumb, I wanted to let my cat take care of the problem and just let my cat eat the spider. But after I told my cat to go in there and she did, she's just like, "Oh, look at this! I want to paw you." And then the spider just ran off. To this day, we still don't know what happened to the spider. But my cat's been in the family room for a while, so hopefully she ate the spider, because I don't feel like killing a spider. But if I have to, I will, and I will enjoy it. All right, so this here's going to be a pretty unexpected. This here's a pretty unexpected sequel to a video you guys probably forgot ever existed. Yep, we are looking at some long line towers. We're looking at some more long line towers. All right, so now that I revealed what we're looking at, let's find. Well, I'm going to show you some more. I'm going to show you some more long line towers. So let's go. All right. We're starting off with the first one. So let me reveal what this one is. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, you guys all know this tower. Very nice, very well. So, this here is a long line. It's half long line tower, half microwave relay tower. So yeah, the this here used to be red and white, but the person who lives close to Dallas, Texas, if you don't know, it's Motor 2K. He told me that it's no longer red and white. They painted it gray. So yeah, it's a gray tower now, sadly. Goodbye, red and white stripes. Goodbye. So yeah, this one he didn't. Well, he didn't tell me if the horns were removed or not. So I guess that these three horns here are still there. These those three horns are the only horns on this tower. So yeah, this tower is used for a microwave relay tower. It's being used as a cell tower, and then there's like a few antennas on top, which I don't know what those are used for. They're probably LTE. I think that's how you pronounce it, I guess. So yeah, now let's talk about beacons. This here has two sets of FH08s. You can you can see there's two beacons on top, but that small one there is the FH08. And then you got this one here, which is on the it's not in the middle of the tower. It's standing on one bar right in between the inside and outside of the tower. As you can see, it just sits there. So there's that. So that's the two main beacons of this tower. Sadly, somewhere in 2015, I believe, the bottom FH08 was shut off for some reason. So this tower only has one working beacon because that the second beacon up on the tower is a good old incandescent. As you can see, it's right there. This tower's beacon setup used to be one incandescent on top with two sets of side markers. You can see this marker here and that marker there. Those are the bottom set of markers. The top set of markers, I think it's somewhere around here where the horns are. but somewhere in the 90s, I believe, I think that's what Motor 2K said, the two FH308s replaced it with so yeah, the two FH308s replaced the incandescent and side markers. So yeah, it only shines. It's nice how, I mean, it's cursed how it used to only shine red, but now it only shines white because FH308s don't shine white. Oh, and here's something crazy about the tower as well. One day, Motor 2K was online in Discord, which is pretty rare nowadays, sadly. But he told me and the rest of and everybody, all the other tower enthusiasts on there, that he's seen this tower at dusk. And the beacon was on the top FH308 was on night mode, and he guess what? He said both sets of sign markers were actually working. They're actually on. So yeah, it's that was pretty crazy. I was like, wait, they still work? I think that was the very first time I ever seen this tower. Actually, was when he told me that. So yeah, it's pretty nice how they still work. Motor 2K was even surprised as well. He thought that they were dead since the incandescent was shut off. Oh hey, look, you can see one marker on the middle set of markers. So yeah, there's proof that it has two sets of markers on it. So yeah, there's that. So this tower, one day it will be an accomplishment tower once it gets an LED, but I don't want that to happen anytime soon. So yeah, oh, I forgot to mention, this tower has the quick night mode flash, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there's that. AJ Jackson actually featured this tower in one of his videos, and when he was talking about it, he's just like, this, guys, this must be some sort of famous tower because I see everybody talking about it on YouTube. Well, yeah, he's right. I know, but yeah, there's two people. One's Motor JK, and the other person is it goes by Anchor 10, and they both, and Anchor 10 lives in Dallas. Well, I'm not Dallas. I don't know where he lives. And then Motor JK, he said he lives in Fort Worth, so he's very close to this tower. They're both close to the tower. I think if I don't know how I still don't, well, I don't know where Anchor 10 lives. He doesn't want to reveal that. So yeah, but they both live in Texas. They both know this tower. They both talk about it, but Motor 2K talks about this the most. So yeah, and now that me and the other tower enthusiasts know this tower's existence and how cool it is, and now that I discovered that it still has its incandescent on it even after it was shut off because of H08s. Yeah, the tower became more famous among us. So yeah, among the tower enthusiasts. So there's that. All right, so yeah, AJ Jackson, this here is a tower we always used to talk about on Discord and YouTube. So yeah, there's that. All right, so this next Longlines tower, it's a building literally surrounds it. Take a look at this. You see that? A building literally surrounds three sides of the tower. So yeah, it's pretty nice. And there's also something that's attached to the tower from the building. I guess that means that the tower is still being used. I really hope so because the reason why long line towers usually get demolished is because people simply have no use for them, and they're just too much money to keep up, just keep standing and just being useless. So they tear them down. AJ Jackson keeps on telling me he's going to start a society where he's going to preserve these. So yeah, I can't wait to see if that happens in the future because I don't want these things to get demolished either. I get pretty pissed when I see videos of when I see videos of these good towers getting demolished, like these here out of all microwave towers are my favorite type of microwave towers, and I do love four-legged towers too. So yeah, this one still has its horns. Like you have like three horns here, and you have like an entire mound of horns on the top. So yeah, I don't see any cell antennas or anything like that, but I do see two tall antennas. They're probably receiver type things, you know. I believe this tower is being used because of those two antennas on top. They're probably used as receivers or something like that. So, now that we know that the tower, what the tower has and stuff, and it still has its horns and crap like that, let's just talk about the beacons on here. That it's tragic, you know. When it comes to beacons, it's pretty tragic. So here's a story. I was at school and I randomly found this city. So yeah, I found like a few towers. Like I found two cool towers. I found one tower that sits on that one guide tower that stands on a building. Found a radio tower with cone strobes. I found this. I found a tower with a dual strobe and single strobe because it used to have the strobe and incandescent setup, but the incandescent was replaced with a dual strobe. And then I found two more radio towers somewhere around there, somewhere close to here. One had FH306s, two sets of them as well because, you know. So yeah, they're both red and white as well. The one you're seeing now, uh it's why does that look different? It looks like it was a view. Those antennas on a tower made the actual top lattice part look wide. So yeah, I was just a little confused there. So this tower here has two sets of FH306s. This tower here has an old school incandescent with two sets of side markers. They're both red and white too. And and there's a possible case that the FH306s on this tower are actually FH308s, and the side markers I'm seeing are just from the incandescents that this tower might have used to have. But I don't know. The way they're placed, it doesn't show any signs of how it shows. It doesn't show any signs of the one incandescent two sets of side markers thing. It shows signs. It shows like it has like two sets of markers in the right place. You know, for towers I have two sets of beacons, like this one here. So yeah. So yeah, I was just at school and I found this. I found all these cool towers. I actually like that view of the long lines. Look at that. So yeah, this here is the third tower I checked out and stuff. And I was pretty disappointed to find out that it has an LED, cuz I can only assume it's an LED because of how flat the beacon looks. So yeah, eventually I went back to school and took a picture of the location of this tower. So I went to one of the Chromebooks and came back to this area to look at old Street View and found out that this tower used to have the good old strobe and incandescent setup. So yeah, this used to have a strobe and an incandescent. That sucks. This tower is an accomplishment tower. It had all three beacons in its life, but it still sucks. So yeah, there's that. That really does suck. Alright, so here's what the tower used to look like. Well, there's no changes really. So there's the if I had to zoom out to show to I had to zoom out because I took this picture off of a computer. So yeah, as you can see on the top, there's two things on there. That's undoubtedly a strobe and that's undoubtedly a strobe and incandescent dual setup. So yeah, that's what the tower used to have. Oops. It's pretty sad that this is an accomplishment tower. It's disrespectful to put an LED on a long lines tower. All right. Now then, let me reveal what the next tower is right after I look at what that is. Alright, so I think all you guys should know what this is now because I include this in another long lines tower video, like all the known long line towers in my area. So let me reveal what this is. This here is a familiar tower I filmed a few times. Alright. Here it is. It's no other but the Wide Fidelity Tower. Yay! So yeah, it belongs to Fidelity. Sadly, well, not sadly. It gives it a more unique. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. It's owned by Fidelity. It's standing on a Fidelity building. So I call it the Wide Fidelity Tower because of how wide it looks. So this tower here, if you don't know already, somebody, I think AJ Jackson told me this, but this used to be a long lines tower. Yep, this here used to be a long lines tower. So yeah, back in the 90s, it was a long lines tower, and it used to be red and white as well. You can see the red and white patterns on the inside of the tower, while on the outside it's gray. So yeah, this used to have horns. This also used to have an incandescent beacon as well. You guys should already know that. But somewhere in the 90s, the horns were removed and the old beacon setup, which used to be an incandescent and markers. I'm not too sure if it had two or one set of markers. So one or two sets of markers. So not too sure, but I can only find one set of markers on this tower, and they're pretty high up. So either one of them, either this tower used to have two sets of markers, and just one of them were blown off by the weather or removed for some reason, or this tower might have used to been taller. It might have used to been taller. I can't. I don't think I am even saying that right. So so yeah, it's crazy. I was just like, wait, this is a long lines tower. So yeah, this here is a long lines tower, and yeah, the markers I forgot. I need to look for those. All right, time to show the markers if I can find them. Oh, there they are. So there's one. The other ones should be somewhere around there. So there's one marker, and as you can see, they are pretty high up. They're like at this level. So I wonder if the tower used to be taller, but it was shortened. So maybe that's what happened. But there are no pictures I know of this tower when it used to be a long lines tower. Hopefully AJ Jackson, hopefully AJ Jackson can pull up another website that has pictures of this tower, since there's already a website all about these people that travel to find long line towers and stuff. I don't know if they ever visited this site yet or whatever, but hopefully they did. But actually, if they did, then it would be more modern. So I heard that this tower changed in the 90s, and I'm pretty sure those pictures of the other towers on that website came from the 2000s. So yeah, I don't think there are any pictures of this, but hopefully there is. So yeah, this used to be the good Sullivan's good old long lines tower, but now it's the Wide Fidelity Tower, former long lines tower. All right, back to beacons. As you know, this used to have an incandescent. Used to only shine red, and the tower used to be red and white as well. And then the 90s came around, and the horns were removed, and the tower was sold to Fidelity. I don't know when that happened, and the tower was repurposed I don't know what those antennas are used for. I guess it's something for fidelity, I know. And then there's a few more antennas on top as well. The incandescent and markers were replaced with a KG225. Alright, so I think you guys might want. I think you guys are saying no. That kind of looks like an incandescent, though. I don't think that you got that right. But no, at this time it had a strobe. I remember the days when this tower used to have a strobe. I already known it shined white as well. I remember the first time I seen this at night, I was just like, "Oh, it shines white. Oh, okay." So, this is a giant loop. Oh no, no, no barbershop. So yeah, I don't know. Well, so I mean the FH I mean the KG225 era lasted from the 90s to I don't remember when this happened, but I think in 2000 somewhere around 2019 or early 2020, somewhere around that time, I think the KG225 beacon just completely died. I remember the times where I would see the tower and the beacon will not be flashing. I was just like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" It was like that for a little bit, and all the times I would pass it would be for either St. Louis or Eureka or something like that. I don't know, but usually that would we would not I would not see this tower on an often base, so well on a basis. So yeah, this the beacon on this tower actually died. Well, it was dead for a while. Then one day, me and my family were going to St. Louis or somewhere I know, and then I seen it flash again, but it was different. I was just like, wait, that's LED. They replaced it with an LED. What the heck? I hear fireworks. Why are there fireworks? Hmm. I guess because Memorial Day is coming up, I guess. So, yeah, this now has uh I I don't know what type I don't know where the LED came from, but it's a white only LED. All right, so you can see the beacon on there is an LED, even though it's kind of flashing like a strobe. It's not as fast as a strobe, and it doesn't flash like an LED. It's somewhere in the middle. But right now it kind of reminds me of a strobe. It's flashing like a strobe. Man, what's the deal with my camera work? Let's go to yeah, I think I'm no guys, I'm telling you guys, you guys got to believe me. That's LED. It's just some weird LED that kind of flashes like a strobe. I know that, I know. So yeah, this here it now has an LED. It's an accomplishment tower. So yeah, that's sad. I didn't want this to have an LED, but this has a rare LED that I only know of on 3 towers now. So yeah, it was surprising. Like this is one of the first times I've seen this random LED beacon. And in the night mode is weird as well. Take a look at the night mode. All right. Look at that. That's a crappy LED night mode, but white. And it's a little faster as well. Man, like Sullivan has like 2 weird towers. We got like one tower that has some mysterious white only LED, and then we have another tower with a rewired dual strobe that shines red at day and white at night. If you didn't see that, if you're able to see some slow flashing white light in the background, yep, that's a rewired dual strobe that's supposed to shine red at night, but it's shining white at night because it's rewired, and it flashes like it's on night mode too. So yeah, that's what a rewired dual strobe is. One of the only normal towers in Sullivan is a red and white cell tower without any cell antennas, but I still call it a cell tower. But it also has a dual strobe, and Let's just take a look at this one tower, the one with the rewired dual strobe, just to show how it looks. No, this is taking too long. Oh, there it is. You can see the way it's flashing right now is the way it flashes when it flashes red, but it's just white. That's the only difference. The markers are on as well. That's that there's proof that it shines red at night. It's weird. I don't remember it being like that. Well, actually, I do. Actually, I remember when I was going to St. Louis after 1 year of not going there, and I pulled out the camera. I was recording all the Sullivan towers, and then I pointed my camera at that tower and zoomed in on a dual strobe and seeing a red burst of light. I was just like, "Wait, what? Is that rewired?" Then I was like, wow, I never known that. And then I have some faint memory blast into my head, and I was just like, wait. Why do I have some sort of faint memory of already seeing this on this tower already? So yeah, it's kind of confusing. Like one side of me it's just like, I never seen this tower do this before. And the other side it's just like, you've seen this happen a long time ago. Like 2019 or something. I don't know. But that's just me. That's just weird. I don't know. All hail the wide fidelity tower. All hail the wide fidelity tower. All hail the wide. All right. So I don't think I told you guys this yet, but we all know what this is. And guess what? If it's on the list, then you know what it is. Guess what it is? It's a good old red and white tower, red and white guide tower in Freeburg. So yeah, that's yeah. AJ Jackson told me that this tower used to be a long lines tower. So I don't know when it was, but eventually the horns were removed and replaced with microwave antennas, microwave relay dishes. Actually, I meant to say the beacon setup. Well, actually, the tower was built in the 70s. That was before well, here I'm going to talk about the beacons first. This tower used to have the strobe and incandescent beacon set up. It used a KG225 for day mode and an old school incandescent for night mode, and I think it was the KG114, which is it's basically the Honeywell old school incandescent. So yeah, this tower was built in the 70s, and the KG225s came from the 90s. So when I seen that the KG225 was below the incandescent, I was just like, that must be original to the tower, right? Right? But now that I know it's from the 70s, I'm just like, oh my god, why? Why do this to me? I really hope there's some other single strobe on this tower that was just replaced by the KG225. But yeah, I really hope so because I don't want to go on I don't want to go on knowing that no, that actually sounds no, okay. I don't want to just know that this tower used to only shine red, and then it shined red and white. So yeah, I remember the first time I seen this. The first time that the oldest memory the oldest memory of this tower I know of is me and my family along with my aunt and uncle were going to Jeff City, and we passed this tower because it's one of the towers that would be passed. I remember looking at the beacon setup, and I was little at the time, but still knowing what these beacons were. So I was just like, "Holy crap, that's a special beacon setup!" So yeah, I was excited to see it at night because me and my family and aunt and uncle stayed at Jeff City until like sunset, and when we started leaving, it was like completely dark. So yeah, I got to see this tower on night mode, But when I passed this tower, I was just like, why is it not shining red? Because yeah, the KG225 was actually taking over for night mode. It had the quick flash night mode because I think that's it. Yeah, for some reason I remember this having a quick flash night mode, and I don't think KG225s can have the quick flash night mode. So yeah, it was not shining red like it was supposed to. It was shining white. I don't know if that was something I don't know if that just only happened once and it apparently had to be the day that I seen this tower. I don't know, but I don't know if it was something that lasted a long time or not. I don't know. But that caused me to believe that the incandescent was dead this entire time. So, yeah. So you got the KG225 on there, which is for day mode. And you got the old school incandescent, the KG114 for night mode. And it also has two sets of markers on it. You can see one set of markers there, and then there's also another one up here somewhere. Let me look at it. All right, so we got this one, and then we also there's the second one. So there's the two sets of side markers. And then guess what? Guess what? This tower has three sets of side markers. And you want to know why? Because later on, somewhere around 2019, I believe, I seen this tower again after a long time. I believe that's I believe that was the next ever time I saw the tower. I don't know, but I noticed that the beacon was flashing like an LED, and I was just like, oh man, an LED. And I remember as well. Wait. I just realized something. This time was not the next time I ever seen the tower in my life, because my school had a field trip somewhere around 2014 and it was in Jefferson City, so I must have passed this tower, and I was in a school bus, so it was crowded. I was watching a movie with my cousin and one of his friends, so yeah, I was watching Avatar, and sadly I didn't get to finish the movie, I don't think. Or maybe I did because I remember the ending or something, I don't know. So I seen the main antagonist get shot down by arrows, but I don't think it was on this day. I think it was just with my family when we watched it and stuff. So yeah, my mom came along with us, and after the field trip ended and stuff, my mom checked me out, and we went shopping here and there, and then we went back home. And I believe I might have seen the tower. I don't know if if it had its strobe then, but I believe it did because the beacon I believe it has now is a modern LED. Oh, wait, modern LEDs existed in 2013. That's when were created. But still, I don't remember this tower having an LED for that long. So yeah, it must have still had its strobe and stuff. So yeah, but now it has an LED, and since it used to shine white and red, and the only time I seen it on night mode, it was shining white. I thought it was a permanent thing, and the beacon was actually replacing the incandescent. So yeah, but no, I don't think that's the case because the LED is white and red, I believe, even though I never seen the LED on night mode on this tower. But here's the reason why I believe that. Because those markers there. I already know that there's markers here and markers here. So I already know that. But I remember when I filmed this for the first time, I never seen these markers until I looked on Google Maps and found this tower to see if I can find its old beacon setup. And I found these markers here. I was just like, wait, does this actually shine red at night? So yeah, I believe it shines red at night. I don't know if I'll ever see it on night mode or not, I really hope I do one day. So yeah, there's that. I really hope one day I can just stop here, like somewhere over there, and just film the tower, just pointing up at all the markers and stuff, because it has 3 sets of markers. That's epic, and 2 beacons on top. This tower had a this tower definitely had a beacon and marker history, a wild one as well. So yeah, when I first seen the LED, I thought it was a single strobe stuck on night mode because the way it looked and stuff. But nope, I was wrong. Cause later on in the video, I zoomed in to the tower and guess what I found? Da da da. Man, my phone screen is the hottest thing ever. It's even hotter than a grill. But you can see that good old beacon setup. A modern LED, I believe, along with a KG225. So yeah, the modern LED replaced the incandescent, and they left the strobe to rot on the tower. It looks like. So yeah, I didn't think that. I thought the incandescent was below the strobe, but nope, the strobe is above. I mean, the incandescent was above the strobe. The strobe's on the tower itself, while the incandescent's on a platform. So yeah, it's pretty nice. At least it still has a strobe. I remember when I seen this tower for the first time in a long time, I was just all the towers on 63 leading into Jeff City, 90% of them have LEDs now. And before that, they all had like dual strobes and stuff. So yeah, I think that's all they had, dual strobes. But now they have LEDs. So yeah, um, that sucks. But I remember when I seen this tower, I was just like, oh no, oh no, they didn't do this to this tower. No, please no. So yeah, I was just like, they replaced it with an LED. But when I took a closer look at it and noticed how the LED kind of looked like an FH08, and this was before I known what actual strobe it had. I was just like, oh, it's a single strobe. That's what I thought it had. I didn't think it had a KG225, which is kind of like a half single strobe, half cone strobe. So yeah, this was a nice surprise. Oh wait, I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, the LED tricked me. I thought it was a single. I thought it was an FH08. So I believed that it was just stuck on night mode. So yeah, here's a question: when it comes to towers that when it comes to towers with the strobe and the strobe and incandescent setup, why is the incandescent always replaced? Like every tower I've seen that used to have, well, almost every single one that I've seen that used to have a strobe and incandescent. Usually all that have LEDs now, they usually all the incandescents would be the ones that would be replacing the single strobes. They'll just be left on the tower to rot, and this is one of them as well. But other cases, both beacons are removed, like a few towers in Florida that I filmed. It was pretty disappointing too. I was really hoping to see their original beacon setup, but no, FAA doesn't like that. All right, guys. This here's going to be a last one because I'm kind of getting tired of this. I I'm getting tired of talking, so I just want a little bit of silence without talking. So I'm going to end this with a surprising note. Now, I don't consider this to be a Longlines Tower because guess what? It's a building. It's one of the two World Trade Center towers. And guess what I found? I remember I was watching Home Alone 2, and our little main character went on top of went to the balcony of the first tower. I believe this is the first. I think, I don't know, but he did that, and I recorded the scene because he stands next to an incandescent that's over there. But yeah, I wanted to record that because everybody else on Discord. So yeah, and I looked back at the video today, and I seen something that I didn't notice earlier. Look at that. It's a horn. Look at that. That's pretty nice. I didn't expect to see that. So yeah, this here has a horn on it. There it is. It's pointing that direction. I wonder if this one has a horn on it as well. Probably not. So this has a horn on it. It also has microwaves on it as well. So yeah, the both built. It looks like both buildings were used for stuff like the World Trade Centers were used for actual buildings. People go inside them. They were used for work and stuff, paperwork. Just looking at them, I could just tell that people did paperwork all day in them. But on the outside, the towers were used for like long lines, microwave things, helicopters because there's a helicopter pad. And the second tower has a TV. The second tower had a TV antenna on it. It was tall as well. It had old school incandescents on it that were in the 2000s, like 2000 or something, or maybe 90s, were replaced by two, yeah, two FH06s. Yeah, instead of one, they replaced two in the strobe and incandescent beacon style. Yeah, it's just literally two, one above and one below. So yeah, that's what it had. So yeah, it used to only shine red, but in its final days or final years or something, it it shined white and red. You know, um, this here, I didn't want to say this, but I really wish these towers were still alive, so I could be on both balconies and check. Well, actually, there's no balcony on it, so I could just be on this balcony here and check out the view and the beacons and all these little towers on the building. And I even told that to my family and my sister, a 14-year-old. So yeah, you already know what's going down. A 14-year-old. She was just like, how dare you say that? Think about all the people who died on 9/11, and you want the towers to still, and you wish the towers were standing so you can see them dumb beacons? How dare you? So yeah, she said it in her 14-year-old voice as well. How dare you? This is why I hate 14-year-olds. They're like the most annoying. They're the most annoying kids ever. So yeah, she said that literally. So after that, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to tell anybody. Not a single person after that. But now I'm telling you. I'm now telling all of you guys now. So yeah, there's that. I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.